Hey, what's up you guys? Summer is finally here, which means that it's gonna be hot. Our cars are gonna be sitting outside all day, so we wanna make sure that it's protected, not only from the outside, but the inside as well. So on today's video, we're gonna show you guys everything that you guys need to know to protect your interior and get it ready for the summer. So before we begin with any kind of protecting, we want to make sure that we're working on a clean surface. So if you guys come in a little bit closer, we can do a little bit of an inspection on the interior to kind of figure out what it needs. So if you guys look at it up close, you'll see that the interior is very dusty. It is convertible. Owner likes driving around with the top down. Who can blame him? You do have a lot of debris sitting on the fabrics, the seats, the center console. So we do want to give it that full deep cleaning before we apply any kind of protectants, because we do want our protectants to bond as best as possible so that they protect their best and last their longest. All right, so before we begin with any kind of protecting, we want to clean the interior. So I'm going to grab the products and tools that I need in order to do so. And I just so happen to conveniently have it already in my trunk organizer bag. Now this bag is great because you can fit all of your detailing, your main detailing things that you need to have with you on the road, on the go, and in your trunk. So we have everything that we need in order to conduct this full interior deep cleaning right here in this bag, with the exception of two other things, which I'll show you guys, right now why they won't fit in this bag. All right guys, so the first product that I'm going to be using today is going to be our ProBlow high-speed professional blower. Now I'm just going to use this really quickly just to knock off any kind of loose dust, debris, and anything that's sitting into these hard to reach areas like the dashboard, the vents, the center console. That's just going to help minimize the amount of cleaning that I'm going to have to do whenever I get to the actual deep cleaning with my nonsense and my boar's hair brush, which I'll show you guys in just a second once I'm done blowing this out. All right guys, so now that we are done blowing out the interior, we also did throw in some vacuum in there, just kind of speed through that just so that you guys don't have to see it. But now we can start off with the cleaning process. So right here we have our door panel. We have this kind of vinyl plastic material. Now in order to deep clean this, we want to use a product like our Nonsense all-purpose cleaner. Now if you guys have used this product before, you guys know that it's an all-purpose cleaner. You can use it on virtually all surfaces. So in this case, I'm going to be using it to clean my interior. Now these door panels, they don't look dirty from afar, probably where you're at, but if you come up close and you check it up close, you'll see that the material has dirt and grime within it. You have some drips right here from stains. I'm not exactly sure from what. You do have some marks right here from whenever you kick the door open. The buttons right here as well, they do have some oils and grease and it looks very nasty. So we do want to give this the ultimate deep clean, and that's why we're using this combination of product. So as you guys see, this material is texturized. So in order to deep clean that, you want to use a brush like the boar's hair brush. You can clean it with a microfiber towel, however, you won't achieve as deep of a clean. So in this case, what I'm going to do is start off by spraying the bristles of my brush. And I'm also going to spray a coat onto the area that I'm going to be working in. So in this case, I'll work it on this side of the door panel. And then I'm going to grab my brush and just simply start agitating the surface. Now, whenever you're agitating the surface, what this is doing is taking out all the dirt and grime that's stuck within the texture of itself, so that you get the full, deep, ultimate clean. And this is also removing any kind of oils, debris, stuff that kind of builds up in there. That way, whenever we apply our protectant, it's going to bond and adhere directly and have the best possible bond. So that way, it's going to last its longest and perform its best. As you guys see, it's a very simple, easy, straightforward process. It's just a matter of scrubbing. Now, like I mentioned, you can use this with the microfiber towel if your interior is not that bad. But if you haven't cleaned your interior for a while, I would highly recommend that you just use a brush to agitate the interior. That way you get the deepest level of clean. So now what I'm going to do is set my brush down. I'm going to grab myself a microfiber towel, and then I'm just going to go ahead and buff off the excess of this product. All right guys, so just from that little section that we did, you can tell all the dirt and grime that we've extracted from the material onto this towel. So it's not too bad where it's like super brown, super gunky, but you can definitely tell that there was some stuff on there, and you can tell just because of the color of the towel, bright yellow, not so yellow, more of a brown kind of, you know, dark color. So that's showing you all the dirt and grime that you've removed from the material. Now, if you guys do come up close and look at it, you can actually see that the material is not shiny, it's not dirty, it's kind of at its original look. So it doesn't have any kind of depth to it. It's just original material without any kind of protectant sitting on there. So this is what I would say is the raw OEM look of your interior door panel. But you can definitely tell from when you look at this side, it's nice and clean. Whereas this side, it's a little bit more patchy, it's a little ashy looking because you still have some dirt, grime within the texture of the material. So that's what we're gonna work on right now. So this process can easily be mimicked all over the interior of your vehicle. So you can do this on your door panels, your dashboards, your steering wheel, your center console, any kind of plastic trim all around the vehicle. So we're gonna go ahead and do that right now. We're gonna give the interior a deep clean with our nonsense and our boar's hair brush to make sure that we get all the dirt and grime out of it. That way, whenever we move on to the next step, our dressing has the best bond possible. So stay tuned. All right guys, so now that we've gave the interior a deep clean with the nonsense paired with the boar's hair brush, now we can begin to protect it. Now the layer of protection that I'm gonna be applying first is gonna be our HydroInterior. Now HydroInterior is a ceramic interior quick detailer. So this also does clean your interior as well. However, this is more of a maintenance product. So in a scenario like this where we just gave it a nice deep clean, then going on forward, we can use a product like HydroInterior to maintain the look and protection of our interior. Now this product right here does contain ceramic SiO2 nanotechnology, so this creates a durable UV protectant sealant layer over your interior surfaces to give it that deep level of protection. Now this product does not leave any kind of shine behind, so it actually just delivers a more matte OEM finish, so it doesn't leave any kind of shine, just leaves more of an original look. So with the product like this, now that the surface is clean, we can use this as our base layer of protection. So it's a very easy to use product. Simply spray directly onto a microfiber towel. I'm gonna give it about a couple sprays, and then all I'm gonna do is just simply wipe down my interior surfaces. Now it may look shiny right now with the first initial wipe, and that's just because, you know, there's no kind of oils or anything that are giving this look of the material a shine, and this water is just kind of rejuvenating it right now. So right now, once it kind of evaporates and you buff off any excess, it'll leave behind the ceramic SiO2 nanotechnology, leaving behind that nice durable layer of ceramic protection. Super easy to use. Simply just give it a wipe down, come back with a dry side of your towel just to buff off any excess, and just like that, it takes away any excess product. You buff in that layer of ceramic and you're pretty much all good to go. It's as easy as that. That took no more than, you know, 30 to 45 seconds or so. And you can also feel that the surface is nice and sleek as well. So it doesn't leave any kind of oily feel or anything like that. It actually leaves more of a dry to the touch finish, which is great for us so that we don't have to worry about any kind of oils getting on our way. So right here, we're pretty much done as far as the cleaning and protecting aspect of it. If you do want to add more shine and protection, then you can layer a coat of dressing on this door panel along with any other, you know, your interior surfaces like your dashboard and the rest of your interior plastics. You can do that by using a product like Silk Shine. You can use a product like VRP, Natural Shine. Depending on the level of shine that you're looking for, you can go ahead and use something like that to give you that level of shine that you're looking for on the interior of your ride. In this case, I'm going to be using some Silk Shine. Now the great thing about Silk Shine is that it delivers more of a mild satin sheen, so it doesn't leave like a super wet look or anything. It leaves more of a nice in between, so it's not too dry, not too wet, so it's a nice in between so that you have a nice little level of shine going on in your interior. Same thing, simple, easy to use product. Simply spray onto your microfiber applicator. Spray about 3 coats on there, and then I'm simply just going to apply it to the interior surface. So you can apply this to, your door panels, interior and exterior vinyl, rubber, and plastic trim. So you can even use this as a tire shine, use it as a dressing for your trim. It restores, enhances, and protects all in one. So not only do you enrich it with this amazing shine, but you also bring it back to life and keep it looking that way. And it keeps it protected against those harsh UV rays so that it doesn't get dried out, faded, cracked, and discolored. Super easy to use. As you guys can see, a huge difference as far as like the shine level on this door panel. Now, one thing I do recommend for, customers that, they don't know what level of shine that they like, one great way or one good thing that you can do, depending on the product that you choose, in this case, since I chose Silk Shine, what I can do right now is grab a dry side of my microfiber towel. And just to ensure that you don't have any kind of excess product, I would recommend wiping it down with a dry side of your microfiber towel. And by doing so, you buff off any, extra product that you may have gone overboard with. I know I've done this many times before where I apply my tire shine. I find myself going a little bit too crazy with the shine, and then I realize I have a ton of product left on the tire. So this is a great way to just minimize any kind of sling, any remaining residue from getting onto your clothes or anything like that. And just like that, we're all done. Just a quick little wipe down. The door panel is now done. And you can tell a huge difference between this door panel, which has been cleaned, protected, and treated with Silk Shine versus the other stuff that we've only cleaned with the nonsense. So that's that. It's not any kind of heavy work. It's just a matter of, having the right products and accessories to get the job done. So in this case, what I'm gonna do now is, finish up the rest of the interior. As you guys see, I have my work cut out for me. I still have the dashboard, the other door panel. Luckily, it's a 2-door. However, you still have plastics that go all around the interior. So that's what we're gonna go ahead and do right now. We're gonna finish up the rest of the interior as far as these plastics and then move on to the next step of this process. All right guys, so now that we're done cleaning and protecting the door panels and the dashboard and every surrounding plastic, now we can begin with cleaning these seats. So before we protect them, we do want to clean them. We're going to be using our lightning fast stain extractor paired with our spinner multi-surface drill brush. Now this right here happens to be our light duty drill brush. Now if you guys come in a little bit closer, you'll see that this bottom portion of the seat does have a ton of dirt, grime. It looks like sweat stains in my opinion. So we want to make sure that we clean that up before we get into protecting it. So in order to clean this up, we're going to be using the power of our power drill to do the work for us, paired with our spinner multi-surface drill brush. And we're also going to be using it with some lightning fast, which is the stain extractor that's going to help us uplift that dirt and grime, making it easy for us to just simply wipe it right off. So in this case, I'm going to begin this process by spraying a coat directly onto the surface that I'm going to be using it on. So I'm going to spray this whole entire lower area. Get a nice little coat going on there. And then what I'm going to do is also spray directly into the fibers of the brush. So I'm going to spray directly here just to coat the fibers and we get a nicer, deeper clean. And then we're just going to work in a crosshatch motion on the medium speed, going left and right, up and down. Then we're going to wrap it up, come back with you guys and inspect the results. All right guys, so now that we are completely done cleaning the seats, we've waited about 2 hours for the seats to fully dry. Now we can go ahead and protect them. So the product that we're going to be using is our HydroThread ceramic fabric protectant and stain repellent. Now this is great for protecting these cloth seats and the carpets as well, so that they are protected against those harsh UV rays. So as you can imagine, you know, especially for a car like this, it's sitting outside all day, it's being beat by those harsh UV rays. This black is going to tend to fade into like a dark, a light gray color. So if you do not protect your fabrics, they will fade, they will get discolored, and depending on the type of material, they can also start kind of tearing apart very easily a lot sooner. So when you have a product like HydroThread, this is going to help prevent that, and it's also going to create a hydrophobic layer to prevent you from any kind of stains, from accidental spills. So the way to use it is very easy. Since the surface is already clean, it's fully dry, all you're really doing is just spraying it on there, and that's pretty much it. So I'll show you guys how easy it is to apply. So just spray a nice little coat. Now you don't have to go crazy spraying so much product onto the seat where it like drenches the seat. All you want to do is simply apply a fine mist. Now you may see a brush right here in my hand. Now the brush is great so that you can work in the product into the material. Now depending on the material, if it's a thicker material, if it has a higher strands as far as like the fabrics, then you can use a brush like this to kind of massage the product into the fibers of the material. In this case, this is more of a cloth material, so it's going to be very easy for us to just simply glide our brush. So right now what I'm doing is just simply working my brush in a crosshatch motion just to ensure that the product penetrates deep within the material. All right, so now that we've applied our first coat, the next thing that we recommend doing is allowing that to cure for at least 20 minutes. So right now what I'm going to do is, not do anything for 20 minutes, kick back, relax, grab myself a water bottle, drink some water, relax while this dries up, and then once I'm back after those 20 minutes, I'm going to give it an additional coat just to furthermore add more protection. And that way you also get a nice double layer of protection from those harsh UV rays, and you have a much hydrophobic layer. So the summer's here already, so make sure that if you haven't done all these steps already on your car, make sure to do them soon. That way your ride is protected for the rest of the summer. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to give this video a like, comment down below in the comment section what you've learned today. My name is Joey, this is Chemical Guys Detail Garage. I'll see you guys on the next episode.